Welcome to the Fourth World Prison Series. I'm George Martorano. Hope everyone feels good today, because I do, because I'm free. No one knows the meaning of freedom more than me. First two series was basically talking about the years of solitary confinement. The second series I spoke about the maximum security prison, Marion, Illinois. That's now the legacy, went into the legacy of ADX. That's considered the worst of the federal prisoners. Men that are kept locked for years. They say 24 hours a day, but that's not true. They're only kept, I use the word only lightly, they're kept in their cells, basically only let out 11 hours a week. While I was in Marion, Illinois in the 80s, the psychology department came to me one day and they said, "We're going to send you to Springfield, Illinois." I said, "Why?" They said, "Because you have to be breaking down mentally." So I listened. I says, "Would I go there? Would it get me out of here?" They says, "Yes." They go there and they see something's wrong with you. You're deteriorating mentally. We will send you on to another institution, which would be a penitentiary. So I agreed. Big mistake. Big mistake. So the summer of 1985, I'm chained up with another two individuals, basically maniacs, and I go to Springfield, Illinois. It seems maniacs were there for some medical procedure. I was here for mental study, and where they put me, place worse than Marion. I was put in what you call D unit, which was nicknamed dog unit, for the criminally insane. So I was taken to the cell, was on a 4-man hold. That was a lieutenant and 4 guards. They take me to the dog unit for the criminally insane. They put a leg iron on my ankle, attached to the bed. Bed's in the center of an all tile, white tile cell, very high ceiling. And I was issued paper underwear. I had paper boxer shorts, paper t-shirt, paper slip-on shoes, and I had a leg iron. The leg iron only allowed me to reach to the food slot and the toilet and the sink. And that's how I was kept. It was so cold in there that the only way I could keep warm, I wrapped toilet paper. I actually wrapped it around my limbs, my arms and legs, to stay warm. And that's how I stood through what you call the Stark treatment. Back then they were called the Stark treatment. They would bring you, in the middle of the night, they bring you your 3 meals of the day, basically frozen, and to see how you would react, if you would react violent. Or that would go by, and then another day they would bring you the 3 meals steaming hot. And then when you went in the shower, they would actually put leg irons and handcuffs on you and bring you to a shower. Well, my first shower, I had leg irons and handcuffs. I was kept in a shower, cold shower, for 2 hours. The water running for 2 hours. And you have to... if you would release any anger, lash out, become violent, naturally you would be labeled somewhat of the disturbed prisoner. My second night there, for some reason, a lieutenant knew of me, came by and had whispered. He says, "Listen, whatever they do to you, do not act violently, either verbally or physically, because it would be bad for you." So, was good a heads up. So I went through the Stark treatment, and I was there for 2 solid months. First time they actually took me out for a little wreck out of the cell, was chained up, never left the unit. Actually, in the back of the unit they had these cages, actually cages that you would see monkeys in, and I was put in a cage. And I tried to do my workout, and another person was put in a cage to the left of me. And then another person was put in a cage to the right of me. So I didn't pay attention. You learn not to give eye contact. You learn how to, you don't look in another man's eyes because it could start a confrontation. So I'm doing my workout, but I noticed everything that I did, the guy on, I believe on my right, followed me. And then I took notice why I was actually shielding him from this individual to my left, because this nut, he made a zip gun out of a radio aerial. He actually made a zip gun. And they used basically matches, and they scraped the nickel off of a coin, and he uses the screw, and he's trying to shoot this other guy through this steel mesh, through my cell into him. So now I catch on, and I'm trying to dodge this weapon. And sure enough, he shoots the weapon and catches the guy, bang, in the shoulder. So that's all. The guards came, and they asked me what happened. I said, I don't know what happened. I'll tell you what, I'm done with this wreck. I'll just stay in my cell. So I went through the Stark treatment, and weeks and weeks went by, and I had to see this one psychologist to give my last interview so I could get the hell out of there. And I never forget, during the interview, he wanted to know what time it was, and he actually had his watch on his ankle. He actually looked at the time on his ankle. So here I am doing a mental study, and I don't know if the guy that's going to sign off for me is all there, being the psychologist. So I go back, I did the mental observation time, months, and I go back to Marion, Illinois, and I said, so it seems the report was saying that this man does not need this secure setting, and I was transferred to the honor unit and the maximum security prison, which we will go into in another segment. And thank you for your time. This is George Martorano's segment, another segment of The Fourth World.